Hello guys, in this video I will show you how to write a C++ program for else if statement and also switch statement. You will see what is the difference between them. Okay, look at the first question. Design an algorithm with a flowchart for the following table to decide the activity based on outdoor temperature. Then write the C++ program accordingly. So look at this table first. You have 5 different activities and you execute these activities based on the outdoor temperature. What is the first step to be a good programmer? Understand the requirement and come up with a possible solution first, right? Okay, if you have swimming, you have a temperature more than 35 degrees Celsius, you will go to swimming. If you have temperature less than 32, okay, more than 32 but less or equal to 35, then you go to Koraoke to enjoy the aircon. If the outdoor temperature is between 28 and 32, you will go for shopping. The temperature is 25 to 28, it's not that hot, you go for football. If the temperature is less than 25, you are very cold, so you will go for workout to burn your fat, to heat up your body. Once you understand the requirement, the questions, now you have to think what is the possible solutions, how to solve this requirement. Okay, so basically first start you have to print out the activity based on the outdoor temperature. Now second one, you have to identify which technique that you should use in your selection here. Okay, remember in the lecture I have taught you, okay, if you have more than 2 choices, okay, you have 2 choices now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have 5 choices. Okay, then you should go for multiple selections. Okay, in multiple selections we have 2 techniques, switch statement or else if statement. Alright, which one you should choose? Again, if the condition is in interval, can you see this is in interval, then if else statement is more appropriate. Okay, switch statement is appropriate if let's say your condition here is a discrete number, is a char, is a discrete number, no interval, okay, no decimal. Let's say your condition here is an interval, then you should use else if statement. Okay, this is the first step. Once you have clearly understand what is your requirement and come up with the possible solutions, now we have go to the second step, planning. So in selections, I will suggest students to use a flowchart, draw a flowchart instead using a pseudocode. Okay. Okay, so now I will show you how to draw a flowchart for this selection, else if. So first thing first, start. Okay, next. What is display output? What is the outdoor temperature? Okay, next, you have to get user input or the temperature. Get the temperature value. Okay, next, ask whether the outdoor temperature is more than 35. If yes or true, then it will print swimming. Else, you have another condition. If you look at this question, you have another condition. Okay. If the temperature between 32 and 35, right? So you ask another questions. So therefore, this is to be else if. And you have 32, between 32 and 35. Then if yes, then you will go for Koraoke. Else, you have another questions. If the temperature is in between 32 28. If yes, then you should go to shopping, print out shopping. Right, so we go to the right hand side. Again, ask if another condition. The condition is $25, $28. If yes, true. This is true. This is true or yes. Then we go to football. Okay, else no more questions. You will go to workout. So this is the complete flowchart. Okay, not yet done. We have to end our flowchart. So you have an entry point. So you should have end. This is your complete flowchart. Once you have this complete flowchart, okay, now we have to go back to our third step, which is writing the coding based on the flowchart and some fundamental knowledge of your C++ knowledge. Okay. Okay, once you have come up with this flowchart, then we have to go back to our step 3, write your coding based on this flowchart and some fundamental knowledge of your C++, the syntax. So come back to here. Remember what is the template for C++. You have to include the library first. Using namespace standard. Alright, so firstly, look at this flowchart. You are asking the temperature, right? So Cout, asking enter temperature. Create a new line. So get the input temperature. So since this is a variable, you have a variable here, so you have to declare your variable. Temperature will be in decimal place, so I put double data type temperature. Now start with your flowchart. If temperature more than 35, okay, no semicolon, okay, so what is the output? You have to print swimming. Okay, so if you look at this flowchart, else if. So else if the temperature is more than 32 and temperature is less or equal to 35. So what happens? You are going to Koraoke. Koraoke. Alright, so complete this. You have this between 28 to 32, between 25 28, and you have this else. So I complete this one. Finally, return 0 to end my program. Okay, so this is my third step. I have a complete my coding here based on the flowchart and also with some C++ syntax. Okay, there is no problem. If there is no problem, then you have to run your coding. Alright, so enter temperature. For instance, now it's very hot now, 36. So you should go for swimming. Okay, So how about, let's say my temperature is 26. Yeah, I should go for football. Yeah, this output is actually match my expected output. So my coding is perfect. Okay, now look at this question 2. Okay, write a switch statement that will assuming the value of an integer variable called flag and print one of the following messages depending on the value assigned to flag. So if let's say it's hot, then the flag has a value of 1. It will print warm if the flag value has a value of 2. Flag 3 print cold. If by default if don't have any other values beside than 1, 2, 3, then you will print out of range. So understand the requirement first as usual. Okay, means that if the value is equal to 1, you will print hot. Equal to 2, print warm. Equal to 3, print cold. Beside 1, 2, 3, print out of range. So since you have more than 2 choices here, so it is a multiple selection. So in multiple selection, there are 2 techniques, switch and else if. And since your option here, your condition here is a discrete value, so it is suitable to use switch statement. Okay, if let's say your value here is the interval or it's a decimal place, then you should use else if. But since here is the discrete value, so you have to use switch statement. Okay, step 2, draw the flowchart for the switch statement. Okay, come back to here. Okay, as usual, you have to draw this start and 3 points. Okay, so print, enter a value. So this input, ask the user, get user input. Okay, now if the flag is equal to 1, we have how many choice? 4, 2, 3, and lastly is default, which means that the value out of this 3 value. So what will happen? You will print hot, warm, cold. So by default, out of range. So finally, end. Okay. So this will be your flowchart. So once you have done this flowchart, again you have to come back to this writing your code. Okay, so I remove all this first. So remember what is the syntax for the switch statement. Okay, first thing first, you ask the user to key in a value. Cout, enter flag value, in flag, so So since you are using this flag, so you have to declare the variable. It's an integer flag. So recall what is the syntax for the switch statement. You have to write switch. Okay, what is your conditions? Variable for condition name. Okay, recall what is your switch syntax, the proper syntax. So switch, then bracket flag will be your variable name for the condition. Okay, no semicolon, but however you have to put this bracket. Case 1. If case 1, look at this flowchart, what will happen? See out. What is it? And remember, you have to put break. Okay, this is the syntax you must put after each of the case. So case 2, see out. Warm, right? Again, you have to put break. So continue with the other two conditions, which is case 3 and default. Okay, case 3 will be cold and default will be out of range. So you have to bracket. Okay, so return yes. So now I will run my program. Okay, so you ask me what is the flag value. So if I key in 3, then I will get code. Okay, so if I rerun again, I key the value out beside 1, 2, and 3. For instance, 7. It will show me out of range. Okay, so another things that I would like to show you is, if let's say you remove the break syntax here. So I run again. If I key in 1, press enter, see what happens. You will just print me hot, warm, cold, and out of range. Everything, you print out everything for me. So break, you have to stop. Okay, it means that you have to stop this statement. Okay, if without a break, it will just print you all the statement. Okay, so that's all for this chapters. I hope you can differentiate when to use switch statement, when to use else if statement, and what are the important syntax in both situations. Okay, so I will see you in the next class.